So we're doing a strenuous hike today, Fuller Lake Trail. It's 3 mile out and back, 3 miles out, 3 miles back, about 1,500 foot elevation change. This is the wide open portion. It's been really closed in, narrow trail, a lot of elevation, a lot of mud. It's about, seems like about 95, but it's about 70, and it's super humid, just wringing sweat. You can see beautiful views. Been hiking for, I don't know, maybe an hour and 20 minutes, and we've gone 2 miles. Really slow pace. Really got to watch your path, watch your steps. All sorts of berries, berry pickers heaven out here. There's Devil's Club, a lot of Devil's Club, but there's a lot of high bush cranberries, lots of watermelon berries, all stuff that's edible and delicious. So on the way back, we're going to be picking berries, take back with us to make jam. Oh, we got a nice little stream crossing here. This is really nice. Oh, beautiful. That's beautiful. Oh, nice lake out there.
Is this the view? I think this is as far as I want to go.
Okay, maybe we'll just walk over to the lake. It's beautiful. So we made it about 2 miles out. I think there's still another mile to the end. Got kind of a late start today, so we may have a little snack here and turn back around. This is a beautiful little lake with, I have no idea what mountain that is back there, the top of a mountain. It's just beautiful though. All right, time for a little snack. So, had a little break. Took a little peanut butter and jelly sandwich that we made. The jelly is from the berries that we picked before, which were raspberries and low bush cranberries. This was delicious. So the hiking here in Alaska is just beautiful. Trails are amazing. This one's really wet, as you can see. Lots of runoff from streams, and rained a little bit the past couple days. It's incredibly green and lush out here. Been keeping our eye open for bears and moose. Seen some bear scat and some different tracks, but I guess thankfully we haven't come across one yet. Be kind of neat, but a little bit scary as well to mess around with that. So, seen lots of wildlife here in Alaska. If you're into nature and like hiking, this has been probably one of the better places I've been to visit for that sort of thing. Got to watch your step a little bit. Lots of ruts, lots of roots from the trees in here growing through the path. It's a beautiful path though. Forest is nice and green. And the nice thing about Alaska is, as we hike, we hardly ever see anyone else. It's mostly just us on the trail. So up here, there's berries, berries, berries everywhere. This is a watermelon berry, delicious and edible. On the other side of us, we have some high bush cranberries, also edible and delicious. Later on, as we hike down the trail, we're going to be picking a bunch of it as we get closer to the trailhead. We bought some buckets to fill up, and we'll be making jam out of it. Pretty simple, really special for me, really simple for me because Tammy makes it. But you boil up the berries and put a little sugar in it, put a little pectin in it, and before you know it, you got some homemade fresh jam. It's just delicious. So a lot of this trail is this sort of cover. Not a heavily used trail, I don't think, because it's pretty strenuous. So I think in the summer a lot of it grows over and you're kind of bushwhacking your way through the trail. It's good enough to see. You never lose the trail, but it's grown in and you can see lots of mud. And then in places it opens up like this. So kind of a mixture. Put a lot of bug spray on before we came out here. Some 100-proof DEET that sort of peels your skin off when you put it on, but it keeps the bugs far away. So we haven't had too many problems with mosquitoes at all. Actually, in all of Alaska, we really haven't had too much of a problem. I thought it'd be much worse. Like we say, we bought that industrial strength DEET, so I think that helps. So these are the sort of views you're rewarded with as you hike through Alaska. Just mountains, valleys, everywhere. And you know, it's like as big, as long as the lower 48 combined, and I think there's 700,000 people total in Alaska. Less than the total population of any big city in the lower 48, and that's the entire state. So when you're here and you're hiking and doing most anything, you got a lot of freedom. So if you're not into doing stuff with lots of people, lots of crowds, this is a nice state for you. We love it up here. So we had a particularly muddy section of the trail here. Have to be a little careful walking down it or you lose your shoes right in the muck. We got all sorts of mud flats here. You can see, maybe, I don't know how well you can see it, the path is pretty treacherous, so you sort of walk on the side and straddle it, or else you sort of lose your footing because you're going downhill a little bit at this point. So nature, being the prankster it is trying to pull you down into this muck. You can see the trail ahead is there. It's a little bit muddy, a little bit slick, but as you walk for a little bit, you get rewarded with these sort of views here, magical forest type views here. How's our partner coming? Here she is. Dropping her walking stick. One thing we're gonna get is a couple of trekking poles. Never really saw the need for them, but as we're trekking through here, they're tremendously helpful from falling down on your face. So we've been picking berries as we walk, been focusing on watermelon berries, and this is what we have so far. A whole big bowl of watermelon berries. Never mind that peanut butter there. My peanut butter and jelly sandwich was in this when I was walking out here. We didn't bring buckets to pick the berries, so we had to improvise. So that is some deliciousness right there. We're gonna fill up the thermos full of them as well, and then as we get out to the car, we'll drop them off and we'll get some bags, because at the trailhead there's a whole bunch of the high bush cranberries that we're gonna pick. It's awesome out here. If you're into berry picking and doing that sort of thing, this is the place. So we've bagged our limit in watermelon berries. We had to use our water bottle, filled it all up full of berries. So we're looking pretty good for watermelon berries. Got a bunch of them now. So we're gonna hike it on out. If we see any bears, we'll let them give them some space, but if they get up on us wanting our berries, I'm gonna have to get my knife out and we're gonna do a little fighting. We ain't giving these berries up. So this is day perfectly spent for us hiking in the woods. Tammy went to the gym and did pump workout and then some restorative yoga. Both went to mass today in adoration, and then we spent 5-6 hours in the woods hiking, picking berries. That's pretty much an ideal day for us. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, so tomorrow will be a rest day about 15 miles north of our RV in Nikiski, Alaska. They have a huge public pool with a sauna, and a hot tub, and a lap pool, so we can do that for our rest day, just spend the day in the aquatic center. And it costs us a total of $4 each, so that's even better. So this is kind of what we do now. This is awesome. We love it. So this is a summary of our hike today. We're hiking it out, and I think we're towards a trailhead. They have this sign here, Fuller Lakes Trails, about 6 miles, and it's strenuous. We will attest to that. Be bear aware. They have those everywhere here in Alaska because there's so many bears. We were fortunate we didn't see any today. Here's the topography. It's kind of hard to see, but it's quite a change in elevation. So the hike, good thing it was all up going out and mostly downhill coming back. And you can hear the cars in the background, so we're close to the trailhead.
Go down or up?
So we just finished our walk, 3 hours, 22 minutes, almost 5 miles. Looks like we burned about 1,200 calories or so. Our average pace we weren't burning up anything, but 41 minutes. See my heartbeat, a 1,400 foot elevation change. 64 degrees with 64% humidity. It felt like about 90 degrees with about 90% humidity. It was a great walk. These are the actual fruits of our labor. Bunch of watermelon berries and a bunch of high bush cranberries. So between all this is going to be some delicious jam. That's our adventures for today. We'll see you later.
Say that's our